Hello, cuties. Hi, everybody. If you are on my Ko-fi as a supporter, you know what this video probably is. Probably know what it is by the title. But every month I ask the Ko-fi supporters, whether you are a one-time or a monthly supporter, to vote on what kind of video you want to see each month. So if you want to participate in that, go check out my Ko-fi page. But this month, you guys decided you wanted to see everything on my priority shelf. This is my priority TBR shelf, but I am moving, so I have to pack it up. So I thought now's a good time to show you then before I put all these guys in boxes yet again for another move. Hopefully the last one for a long while. Fingers crossed on that one, folks. So without further ado, all of these are, the reason these guys are priorities because they all are partaking in some kind of readathon challenge that I'm doing, whether it's my 2026 picks that you guys, when I got something wrong in my litmus videos, that you guys could put a book on my TBR, or when I lost in the games against Lena, etc., etc. Those kinds of ones. We have the books that I need to do for Herkid that I've pre-selected for Herkid, even though some of them I may not necessarily need to use them anymore because other things kind of fall in. But these are the ones I'd like to get to. Things for r/fantasy, and then for my Eldritch TBR. All of these are a part of that. So I'm not going to go into which ones each one is. I'll try. If I have time, I will put on the screen which part they will play to. But I don't got a lot of time right now. So yeah, that's what's up. So we're just gonna go through each one that I have. We'll get nice and close and personal with the books. You can see what I've got going on. If I remember what they're for, I'll tell you. I do know the first group here, all of these are all part of 2026 picks. And then I believe we start into Herkid immediately from here. So I think that's where I started planning. And then once it gets into Eldritch TBR, it's a little wishy-washy. So cool, here we go. First up, we have Firefight by Brandon Sanderson. This is the second book in the Reckoners trilogy. Highly recommend so far. Finn Family Moomin Troll by Tove, is it Jansen or Janssen? I don't know. He's Swedish. I don't know how to speak Swedish, even though I am Swedish. Codex Black, Volume 1, A Fire Among Clouds, which is a graphic novel. Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. This is a carryover from 2025 of 2025, which is The Splendor by Brianna Shields. Also from 25 of 2025, The Weight of Our Sky by Hannah Alcath. The Adventures Above Tom Bombadil by J.R.R. Tolkien. The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez. The last book that I have for 2026 picks, I don't own all of my 2026 picks. Some of them I can just get off digitally. We have Motus by P.A. Kramer. Moving into Herkid, we have the duology. I know this is my duology pick, The Initial Insult and the Last Laugh by Mindy McGinnis. Why We Love and Hate Twilight, The Highs and Lows of the Twilight Saga by Sarah Elizabeth Gallagher. Samurai Rising, The Epic Life of Minamoto Yoshitsune by Pamela S. Turner and illustrated by Gareth Hines. All Shall Mourn by Ellie Marney, which is the finale to the None Shall Sleep trilogy. I'm very excited about it. The Coldest Touch by Isabel Sterling. Sanctuary for Seers by Kathleen Baldwin. This is the fifth and final book in the Strange House series. Disorientation by Elaine Se Cho. I'm not sure how to fully pronounce her name. The Blackbird Girls by Anne Blankman. King of Fools by Amanda Foody. This is the second book in the Shadow Game series. The first one's called Ace of Shades. Young and Damned and Fair, The Life of Catherine Howard, Fifth Wife of King Henry VIII by Gareth Russell. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. This will be my first ever John Green book, I think. Maybe I read The Fault in Our Stars, but I'm not huge on contemporary drama. Not Your Average Hawkeye by Gwenda Bond. I know this is for my TBR game, which required me to have a hot word in the title for a romance. So there we go. 10,000 Thorns by Susanna Rowantree. Walking in Two Worlds by Wab Canoe. Mad and Bad, Real Heroines of the Regency by B. Coach. The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. How It All Blew Up by Arvin Amadi. Forged by Blood by Ehigbor Okusun. The Way Back by Gavriel Savit. Petals of Blood by Ngugi Wa Thiong'o. The Unexpected Miss Bennet by Patrice Sereth. Ace Voices, What It Means to Be Asexual, Aromantic, Demi, or Grey Ace by Eris Young. Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. Swords Point by Ellen Kushner. Wings of Ebony and Ashes of Gold by J.L. A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. Vampires' Hearts and Other Dead Things by Margie Fuston. Ever After, the novelization of the most beautiful movie ever. I'm very excited to read this. Gentleman's Book of Vices and A Rule Book for Restless Rogues by Jess Everly. Servant Mage by Kate Elliott. A People's Future of the United States, edited by Victor LaVale and John Joseph Adam. The City Inside by Samit Basu. The Extraordinaries by T.J. Klune. A Game of Fox and Squirrels by Jen Reese. Revenant X by David Wellington. I'm so excited about this one. The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. Wildbound by Elaine Audrey Becker. I also need to read the first book in order to get to this one, but we'll see. The Gay Teen's Guide to Defeating a Siren, Book 2, The Siren, and Book 3, Sanctuary by Cody Wagner. A Daughter of the Trolls by Mackenzie Catron. More Than We Can Tell by Bridget Kemmerer. Somewhere in the Deep by Tanvi Burwa. Tokyo Blood Magic by Travis Hierman. Wrought of Silver and Ravens of Magic Maid Book 1 by E.J. Kitchens. Dactyl Hill Squad and Dactyl Hill Squad Book 2, Freedom Fire by Daniel Jose Older. The Modern Fairy Tales, Tithe, Valiant, and Ironside in one bound up by Holly Black. The Golden Hourglass by Ben Mariner. A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher. The Pellucid Witch by G. Owen Weirs. Dark Archives, A Librarian's Investigation into the Science and History of Books Bound in Human Skin by Megan Rosenblum. Devout, an Anthology of Angels, edited by Quentin Lee. The Refugee by C. A. Hartman. This Is How You Lose the Time War by Max Gladstone and Amal El Motar. Dead End Drive by Ian Kirkpatrick. The Princess and the Grilled Cheese Sandwich by Dea Muniz. Threads That Bind by Kika Hatspolo. Long Live Evil by Sarah Reese Brennan. The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. The Scum Villain Self-Saving System Book 2 by Moshang Tongshu. Bones Beneath My Skin by T.J. Klune. The Crow Rider by Kaylin Josephson. Darker by 4 by June C.L. Tan. Catfish Rolling by Clara Kumagai. The Witch and the Tsar by Olesya Salnikova Gilmore. Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. Beaches Can Murder 2 by Dulcinea Harrison and Jade Forrest. Year of the Reaper by Makia Lucier. The King in the Tower and Other Stories by Kendra Merritt. The Scandalous Confessions of Lydia Bennett Witch by Melinda Taub. The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Angels and Man by Raphael Nicholas. In Every Generation by Kindara Blake. Seven Faceless Saints by M.K. Law. Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. Where Shadows Meet by Patrice Caldwell. Thorn Season by Kiera Azar. Godly Heathens by H.E. Edgman. Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. A Swift and Savage Tide by Chloe Neal. This is one I have a second book of and need to read the first one. What We Harvest by Anne Frestet. A Lonely Broadcast by Kel Byron. Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. The City Beautiful by Aidan Polidoros. The Sisters of Stray Garden Place by Haley Chewins. Together We Rot by Skyla Arndt. Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. House of the Beast by Michelle Wong. For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. Alazzo by Darcy Little Badger. The Book of Gothel by Mary McMine. I can't show this cover on YouTube. AITA by Cassie Alexander. Hate and Clickbait by Liz Bowery. My Salty Mary by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. Fury Brings by Trisha Levenseller. When You Wish Upon a Lantern by Gloria Chow. Forest Mage by Robin Hobb. Canyon of Crystal by Kirsten Michelle and AJ Serna. Ballad of Sword and Wine by Tong Ju Ching. The Sword of Kaigan by M.L. Wang. The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. A Crate Among Wolves by June Her. The Lies of the Ajungo by Moses Ose Utomi. Aesop's Fables. The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. Marilla of Green Gables by Sarah McCoy. Crack in the Edge of the World by Simon Winchester. This is about America and the Great California Earthquake of 1906. Odes of Legacy by Emily Skrutsky. I'm in Love with Mothman by Paige Lavoie. Lady Fiasco by Kathleen Baldwin. Elemental Bonds by Tiffany Passmore. Proud for a Bride by Kendra Merritt. How to Become a Crazy Cat Lady to Survive the Zompocalypse by M.M. Ward. Here's a very CP pie for your efforts of listening to that whole video. Bye-bye. Yes? Really? Do you need something? What do we need, Bye-bye? Just a sleepy girl. Sleepy little Pie-Pie. That's my priority bookshelf. I hope you guys liked those books. It kind of is a good idea of the things that I have on my shelves. I have a pretty diverse, bookshelf in general. I don't stick to one genre, even if I favor ones more than others, but I pretty much will try anything. And all of those are featured in my TBR games, Eldritch, readathons, all those. They all fit prompts for that. So hopefully I had enough time to properly edit this and give the information of all those books. But yeah, let me know, what are your priority reads? Do we line up with anybody? And I will see you next time, I guess. Possibly from a different location. Right, Pi Pi? You ready to move? No, we're going to stay right here. We're just going to cuddle. I'm just going to hold the hands and cuddle. That's what we're going to do, huh? She's just so tiny. How big you go? Yeah? Do you need anything? Do you want to get something? Do you need a treat? You do? Yeah, we can get treats. Oh, okay. We're gonna do that. Okay, holding the hand. Very important to hold a hand. Hold your Chihuahua's hands. I'm just kidding. She's the Mastiff, obviously. Duh. And we move down, down, na 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 na. Go down, and film the next shelf. Go down, move down. There's so many more to go.